ever wondered why your hair doesn't grow? And yes, I do know genetics plays a part in this, but have you ever questioned how much heat you're using, what vitamins you're taking, or even the protective styles you're wearing? All of this is preventing you from having the optimal length that you've always dreamed of. This was me in 2022 when I cut my hair down to my shoulders, and I was able to regrow my hair back to mid-back within a year and a half. And the reason I did this, well, I'm not going to tell you yet. You got to make sure you watch this entire video because I'm going to explain to you what you need to do to have your hair grow fast, get long and luscious like you always wanted, so you can stop spending all that money on all that extra hair you don't need. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney and I provide all content on lifestyle, travel, and hair. So as you saw in the caption, this is the last video you'll need to watch to help you grow your hair and retain that length for forever. Now, just like anything that you want to do in life, growing your hair is no different. You have to have consistency. And I say this because many people who are trying to grow their hair are not paying attention to the little things you're doing that is preventing you from growing your hair or increasing the breakage, and that is why you're not seeing growth. Now, everyone is probably going to be in the comments, girl, you've always had long hair. Yes, but I've also broken off my hair. Now, I know that genetics plays a part in my hair growth, but even as a child, my mom did not put a lot of heat on my hair. When other moms were using the stove hot combs, you all know what I'm talking about, burning your hair, using the jam, using the blue slick oil, and putting oil on top of heat. You were burning your baby girl's hair, destroying their hair even before it had a chance to even see its optimal length. However, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of me throughout the years when I also did not follow my tips and my hair broke off. When I was in college, I cheered. We had to put heat on our hair at least once a week, maybe more, because we had to have our hairstyle for games. I was burning off all my hair, so it really only went a little bit past my shoulders. Now, everyone would say, girl, your hair was still long. Yes, but I didn't realize it could get as long as it could. Prior to 2022, when I started developing my hair growth oils and working on the perfect formula, I had waist length hair. And I am trying to regrow my hair back to that length. And I even shocked myself how quickly I was able to regrow my hair after I cut it in 2022. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is this you every other day? Or once a week? This right here leads me into the #1 reason why your hair is not growing. So a lot of people like to have their hair done, edges slick, laid back, they like the hang time, and then you know we're in silk press season right now, so you are using heat probably every other day or once a week. I only put heat on my hair maybe once a month or every other month, depending on if there's an occasion where I need to have my hair done. So sometimes I do need to put heat on my hair every other week, but it's very few and far between. And when I feel like I put too much heat on my hair, I slick it back in a bun. So that's why #1 is less heat. Pay attention to the tools you're using. We're talking about a blow dryer. We're talking about the curling rods. We're talking about your hair straightener, your hot combs. All the tools that emit heat are damaging your hair, causing breakage, and causing you to not retain your length. However, you don't have to listen to me. You could keep burning your hair and keep complaining that, oh, she just always had long hair. But I'm telling you right now, like I mentioned before, as a child, I have not put a lot of heat on my hair. Even when, you know, we used to crunch our hair, we would try to do the wet and wavy looks back when we used to have perms. I barely ever put heat on my hair up until I went to college and I was burning it all off. But then after college, when I stopped putting heat on my hair, that was the first time I ever seen past my mid-back length hair. And honestly, that's what kind of made me scared to put heat on my hair even up to this day. I'm at a hair salon like, ooh, girl, that's too much heat. That's too much heat. Only because I'm thinking you are going to break my hair off. But pay attention to the amount of heat you're using. Look at your heat settings and try to minimize how often you put heat on your hair. That means, yes, you can do a 2-plait twist. Yes, pull it back in a loose fitting bun, not a tight bun. We'll get to that later. But try to at least go a month if you can without putting heat on your hair, and you will be surprised how long it looks after that month. #2, hair growth oils. Now I'm going to say something very controversial. Are you using the Mielle products? And I'm talking about any of the Mielle products that have recently been stocked on any of the shelves. You see them in Target, you see them in Walmart. Well, if you are using these products, throw them out. Because after she sold her company, these products here are destroying your hair growth potential. Now, yes, I too was a believer of the Mielle hair products, and I absolutely love their scalp strengthening oil. But the one thing I noticed, and this was about for a year, because I was using it about 6 months to a year, especially after I slowed down my hair growth business, but I noticed that I was getting these, I don't even know how to explain it, but I would get this pile of dandruff on my hair that would cause burns and cause scabs. And at first, I thought it was a part of my digestive issues. Now that's a whole nother video, but I thought it was because I was having digestive issues and maybe I wasn't getting enough the nutrients to keep my scalp clean. But all I know is when I was in Fort Leavenworth earlier this year, I was using this for 4 months. And I honestly thought it was helping my hair grow, but I couldn't explain why by day 3 after washing my hair, I had so much dandruff on my hair that it was so painful. It did not smell good at all. And I really couldn't figure it out. So part of me was thinking, I had to stop and think, what have I done besides my stomach issues? What have I changed in my normal routine that is messing up the health of my scalp? And the one thing I realized, I was using this every single day. And when I stopped using it, my hair, I'm not going to say it no longer has dandruff, but my hair would now go a week and a half, a normal amount of time of workouts and not washing your hair, to start seeing dandruff build up. And I no longer received the scabs on my scalp. And that's when I realized, I was like, was it the Mielle products? So I started, searching, scrolling. I'm not trying to hop on the bandwagon. I'm really not. But you go to TikTok and everybody's saying the same thing. Some girls were seeing their hair fall out because my hair was thinning up here. That's why I wasn't recording a lot of videos. 1, because of time, and 2, because I didn't know what was going on with my hair. I really thought it was my digestive system, but I took the antibiotics and it still wasn't improving. So when I realized that it was the Mielle products, and then I saw other girls having the same problems too, that's when I realized I need to throw all this stuff out. The products I have left, I held on to them just to kind of talk about them in this video. I also wanted to mention it wasn't just me. My mom was starting to have hair loss and she couldn't figure out what it was. She thought it was her stylist and the products that the stylist was using, but she was also using the Mielle products because she didn't have any more Luxy Grow. This is why you want to invest in top hair growth oils. Now, yes, I am promoting my business, but I'm only doing this because the results don't lie. Now, I was having this awkward length hair for about 4 or 5 months. The moment I stopped using the Mielle strengthening oil and started rebranding my hair growth oil, from May to now, my hair has literally grown 4 inches. I'm not lying. The results right here. The results are right here. I'm not lying. I will go ahead and slide in my hair from, I think it's July. Now, I just got my hair done probably a couple days ago, and everyone knows, when you get a silk press at a salon, they're going to get your hair super straight, and then just the natural oils that your hair builds up is going to make your hair a little bit finer. But if I wash my hair and do my hair, it is full, it is thick, it is down, almost touching the waist. We'll do a back check. It is down to the mid back. We are getting so close to my waist length hair, and it literally took me less than 2 years. I don't tell any lies. I'm just trying to tell you guys, if you want to see optimal hair growth, make sure you're using the best oils out there, whether it's Luxy Grow or another brand. I don't really know. I can't really name it, but if you see a bunch of names you can't pronounce, those oils are full of chemicals, which is probably not optimizing your hair growth and your hair length retention. This now leads me into number 3. We talked about your digestion, what you're eating. Now, when is the last time you had your blood work done to check your vitamin levels? I'll wait, because I bet some of you aren't going annually when you're supposed to be doing your annual physical. And this could also be preventing your hair from growing. And I know this personally because I was going to multiple different doctors. None of them were comparing the results to see that my vitamin D was lowering. My iron was almost at 0. So I couldn't figure out why my hair was not growing, why it was breaking off. I had split ends everywhere. My hair was dull, lifeless. I'm gonna slide in this clip here from this video I did in July. And I didn't want to share it because I look lifeless. And this is when I recently found out that I had severe vitamin deficiency. I was anemic and I needed to immediately get on iron pills and then also get on, well, I was already taking vitamin D, but I needed to take more of it. So these are just a couple of the vitamins I take. Now, I've always taken vitamin D because I knew 5 years ago I was vitamin D deficient. I've always took biotin. Now, I will admit sometimes I do get a lackadaisical in the past and I wasn't taking it every day, but now I don't skip my biotin. I take it every single day. And then once I found out I was anemic and I started researching some of the symptoms from anemia, started taking iron every day. Now, that doesn't mean go run out and take iron. If you are not deficient in any of these things, and I am no clinical doctor and I'm not telling you to run and go take vitamins, you need to go speak to your physician. But if you are deficient in iron, this, I'm telling you, will make a world of a difference. And I almost didn't believe it because I had to go back and have my blood work done 2 months later because we needed to see if I needed to get on a prescription. But the store-bought brand, what Nature made, completely reset all my iron numbers so I'm no longer anemic. When I say my nails weren't growing, my face looked dull, my hair was breaking off, I couldn't figure out what it was. And I don't remember the actual like numbers, whatnot. I just know you had to be at 30 and I was at 9. Once I started focusing on my vitamin intake, it's like I'm aging backwards. I no longer see split ends. My hair got its dark color back. The bags under my eyes were gone. My skin didn't feel scaly and my nails were no longer breaking. So all I can say is if you haven't been to the doctors in a while, I highly recommend you just go to your physician, have your blood work done, have them check your vitamin levels and let them tell you what you're deficient in, because I promise you that could be the reason why your hair is not growing or is constantly breaking off. So number 4, another reason why your hair may not be growing is because your scalp's dirty. So we talked about how the Mielle products are adding buildup on your scalp, but are you efficiently cleaning your scalp when you wash your hair? Are you using a sulfate-free or even a non-sulfate-free hair shampoo? You have to test what works for you. And all I know for me, I need to do weekly or bi-weekly washes now that I'm getting older. I can go 2 weeks, but it ain't a pretty sight. I prefer a weekly wash or bi-weekly wash. You want to make sure you efficiently detangle your hair, finger detangling. You want to make sure you're not getting a bunch of snaps when you're combing your hair after you wash it. And doing this, you will see less breakage and it's allowing your scalp to have an optimal place for your hair to grow. So make sure you're getting in those washes and make sure you're cleaning your scalp well. Some products I like to use when cleansing your scalp, you can use this before washing. This one right here, the Master Cleanse by Taraji P. Henson. Okay, Taraji went in the lab. Okay, she knew what she was doing when she built this. This will clean all that gunk, all that buildup off your scalp. So if you don't have this, run to the stores and get it now, because this right here, I added it to my regimen about a month ago. Wish I did it a lot longer, because the girls that know. Another great product to use is the Tea Tree Special Detox Rinse. So I started using this when I was using the Mielle products because this would help soothe my scalp. When I was having those burns and the scalps that I was explaining, the tea tree oil would cleanse the scalp, soothe it, and make it feel so much better. So I do kind of use both. I love them both, but you can get this one at Ulta's, and I believe you can get this one at Target, probably. I know you can get it online. I can't remember exactly where I got it, but either way, add them to your regimen. Put that on your scalp, massage it in. I'm telling you, the tingling, you'll love it. And then after that, go wash your hair, condition it, deep condition it, do your normal routine, and you will see a complete difference in your hair growth. All right, number 5. Now I know some of you girls are gonna come fight me in the comments. We already know how it goes. Protective styles, all right? So a lot of you guys, we've been talking about this. We've seen it all up and down the talk. We've seen it all up and down Instagram. You guys are putting in these quote unquote protective styles saying it's a protective style when it's not. You know, even I am known, I don't even call my sew-ins protective styles. Now, there are hairs, like there may be a chunk of hairs that are protected, but the leave out, not protected. Your edges, not protected. So yes, you may do a natural sew-in with your leave out, but you're gonna lose some hair. You're gonna damage your top hair. It is what it is. So we're not gonna call that a protective style. A true protective style, I'm gonna clip in a picture here. This right here, those 2-plait twists, with some conditioning, with some leave-in conditioner, right there. Let me tell you, I've never seen healthier hair in my entire life until I started wearing the 2-plait twist. Now, yes, it's not my favorite go-to hairstyle. You know, I usually like my hair, everybody knows, I like my hair blown out. I like a little curl, whatever. But when I saw the longest hair I've ever had, it was because I was doing those 2-plait twists, and that was also during COVID when you didn't have to have your hair done. So it wasn't a lot of pulling on the hair. So my edges grew out, my hair grew all to the same length within 1 year. It was a beautiful thing. So make sure you're paying attention to the type of protective styles you're wearing. If it's too tight, i.e. a tight bun, especially for my military girls, I know how it goes. I'm in the Army too. We gotta do what we gotta do. Sometimes I try to get away. I just flip my hair up and put a little clip on it because I'm not gonna lose my edges for nobody. So just try your best. Pay attention to how tight you're wearing your protective styles, because what we want to do is not cause any breakage, and too tight protective styles or too tight styles will ultimately cause breakage and reduce the reason why you're able to grow your hair. So keep that in mind. So I know this is getting a bit long. So number 6, we're going to speed this up. Number 6 is the satin hair cap. So this is definitely nothing new to the girlies and the guys out there. If you want healthy, luscious hair, you need to make sure you either have a satin pillow cover or a satin head cap on your head when you go to sleep. Hey, if you're not wearing a satin head cap and your hair's breaking off, don't look at me like I didn't tell you, because I tried to tell you, because I know there are girls out there that ain't wearing no satin hair cap and complaining why their hair ain't growing. You know what I'm saying? I wear mine every night. I don't play with that. So I definitely have, I know some girls, I ain't gonna say their names, but I know a couple who complain, oh, my hair's not growing, but I didn't see you go to bed on our girls trip with a satin hair cap. Where was your hair cap? And we'll leave it at there. So make sure you put that satin head cap on if you want to see long hair. Okay, so number 7 and number 5 kind of tie into each other. So number 7 is tight ponytails. I'm not going to go into a deep explanation. We all know the tight ponytails will break your hair. If you're wearing a messy bun, you need to make sure you're probably wearing a scrunchie versus like the actual hair tie. Oh, I don't have one here, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Just make sure you are trying to wear your hair as loosely as often as possible. It's okay to wear a tight style every now and then, but you don't want to wear it every day, and you definitely don't want to sleep in it, because that friction from that tight band is going to interlock your hair and it's going to cause breakage. I know this because I always wear a tight bun. That is why this girl losing her edges. This is why some hair is a little, well, it kind of grew back. But before, I had to layer my hair because the top hair was so broken off. One, because I was wearing the traditional sew-in and I wasn't really doing a good job taking care of my leave out. 2, I was wearing those tight pull back buns. So finally, my hair is somewhat coming back to life. Thank you, Jesus, because you need to follow these 10 steps. I'm telling you, if you don't follow the steps, your hair's not gonna grow. So make sure, loose ponytails, ladies. Or if you wear a tight ponytail, don't wear it off. Number 8. So number 8 kind of goes with number 4. We talked about weekly washes, bi-weekly washes. But number 8 is deep conditioning. So you want to make sure you are deep conditioning or getting those hydration treatments when you go to the salon. You want to make sure you're doing it at least every 6 weeks to 90 days. I do mine about maybe 2 months to 90 days because you know these stylists are expensive, we all know that. So I get that hydration, deep condition, and also protein treatments, which actually ties into number 8. But I do that every time I go to the salon, which is why it costs a little bit more money, because I go there to get my trims. Oh Lord, y'all, I didn't put trims on there, so let's just say there was 11 things. I did not put trims on there, so make sure you get those trims. But when you go to the salon, get the deep condition. You can even do it at your house. You can just put a plastic cap on it, or even Amazon has those misty hydration caps. Get one of those. I'm telling you, I don't know the science behind it. I just know it makes your hair grow. It just makes the bonds of your hair so strong. And if you don't do it, you can see you probably have lifeless hair. Your hair probably breaks off. So make sure you're deep conditioning, getting the hydration treatment. That is why I put it in number 8. But this is what ties into number 9, the protein treatments or rice water rinses. Now, I love a rice water rinse. However, with the rice water rinses, you want to make sure you're not leaving it in overnight. I did that once, big mistake. You want to make sure you leave it in for the recommended time, probably 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then you want to rinse it all out and then wash your hair like normal. Do not leave it in for 24 hours. I did that once. That was a mistake. When I say my hair was so brittle, I had to get it cut off. You know, I did these things so I could come tell you. That's the reason why I made this video. I made the mistake so you don't have to. But you do want to make sure you're getting them every 8 weeks to 90 days. Like I said, when I go to the salon every 90 days, I typically will get the works. Protein treatment, deep condition, hydration, trim. You want to make sure you get the works and get that done on a frequent basis, because this is what is going to allow your hair to grow and maximize your length. All right, so we already talked about number 10. Number 10 is proper detangling. Now, we talked about it while detangling your hair while it's wet, but we didn't talk about detangling your hair while it's dry. So a lot of people, someone once said, all y'all girls with long hair never comb your hair. That's the truth. I comb my hair when it's necessary. I don't comb my hair every single day. I just finger comb it. And then once I start sweating and I sweat out the roots, that's when I'm gonna bring out the brush. But that brush, I'm sorry you guys, believe it or not, those brushes are breaking your hair off. If you're brushing your hair 3-4 times a day, every day, and you're seeing, now yes, there's normal shedding. We understand that. But you wanna make sure if you don't see that white little ball, that's breakage. So I recommend, don't listen to me, but this is what I do. I recommend do not comb your hair every day. Do not, especially if you got a silk press. I like to put it up into little pin curls and then let it fall. You know, if your hair doesn't tangle easily, now, yes, so that's another thing. If your hair doesn't tangle easily, I recommend it. Some people are gonna fight me for this. Everybody's different. I get that. This is what I do for me. This is what works for me. But I recommend not brushing it too often. And then when it's matted, you need to take some deep condition water, some detangle water, detangle it with that water first, and then come in and try to finger detangle it before you go on with that brush or wide tooth comb. And I promise you guys, if y'all do these 10 steps, if you do these 10 steps, and I know we said 11 because we talk about trims, if you do these things, you guys will have hair growth. You will see it. Give yourself 6 months. We had talked about in the beginning of the video, consistency. Don't do it for 30 days and say, my hair ain't down my back. Oh, duh. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. You need to give yourself 6 months to a year. And I know that sounds like a really long time, but you will thank yourself in the end. One, because you don't have to spend $600 to $1,000 on some extensions. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a girly that loves some extensions, so I'm not knocking it. I'm just talking about the coins. You know, inflation is for real. So if you want to have long hair and save your coins, then follow these 10 steps. I have not strayed you wrong. You have seen it all throughout the gram. This is the last video you guys will ever need to watch because I am living proof. I am living proof that these 10 steps work. I have deterred from the 10 steps, hair broke all the way off. When I came back to the 10 steps, long hair again. So I hope this video helps some of you individuals out there who have been racking their brain on why they can't grow their hair. And honestly, I want you guys to try for 6 months. Come back to this video, put in the comments if it worked or not. Now, if you didn't do it for 6 months, don't come in these comments saying they don't work. If you buy LuxyGrow, don't be coming in the comments. You only used it for 30 days, but you're going to see at least 2 inches. The reviews don't lie. But just make sure you come back within 6 months and just let us know. Like, hey, I'm not an individual that has the genetics, but I tried these 10 steps and they worked for me. That's all I want to see when you guys come back. Or if you've already done these 10 steps, leave in the comments, hey girls, they work. You know what I'm saying? They work. Try them. So I want to thank you guys again for sitting through this entire video. I hope you guys learned some new gems that you weren't aware of that you are now going to try to see how long you can get your hair to grow. Because by 2026, how about we make it our 2025 resolution? And in 2026, I want to see the pictures. I want to see the comments of where you guys are at in your hair growth journey. So if you like this video, and you want to see more videos like this talking about hair care and your hair growth journey, make sure you hit that like button. And if I touched your soul in the right way and you want to follow, make sure you subscribe. I'll make sure I continue to provide videos like this. I've gotten a little lazy lately, but now that the vitamins are kicking in, I'm feeling like myself again, and I want to get back out there and help you guys achieve the same things that I was able to achieve in this past year and a half, regrowing my hair and figuring out what was wrong with me. So I want to thank you guys for joining. Make sure you stay healthy and beautiful, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.